Time to sit in my comms chair, and I'm happy to say this. Good evening, good morning, and hello to everyone here in this lovely YouTube stream. Welcome to Speed Force Racing. Welcome to the Prime division of GP1. We got a good race for you tonight. A very bang of a race tonight. We got, of course, Azerbaijan to go with tonight, and hopefully all of you will sit back, relax, and enjoy the show for us tonight. Tonight we got the boys of GP1 racing around the streets of Azerbaijan, another street circuit to challenge our prime drivers today. We got the best of the best to be on offer. No Fletcher tonight because he is fallen ill, so I am going to do this on my own tonight, and of course my voice is going to take a lot of punishment. And we've got people joining into the stream, so yeah, welcome people, hello indeed. So let's go to the championship. We've got 11 drivers in the moment. Hopefully we get more in. Hopefully we get to do that anyway. Yeah, that's another yawn. That's me yawning every single time when I do these things. It's horrible, and we are going to get underway. So yeah, for only 11 drivers today, it's going to be a short one, but hopefully they can still provide us some action. So hopefully that will be the case. Please like and subscribe, and please comment all you like to see if you're enjoying the race as well. Let's go to the championship as well. Rappy still leads the way, but only just now, and is now a total of only a few points in it. Rappy extended his lead in the championship after a very crazy race in Azerbaijan. Chris will still be on hot on his heels in second place, so the championship fight still rumbles on. Netmania into third place as well in the Haas, and we got Laser, Lionix in fourth and fifth, Game Boys in sixth, Panos in seventh. You keep an eye on Panos today. He is a very fast driver, but actually we can't keep an eye on Panos today. He's not here, which is a shame. So we go, yeah, that's one of those things that's a shame in my view. Okay, what we got? Dobby in 8th, Jensen in 9th, James Braden in 10th place. He had after a very fabulous result. And Jensen after a win as well. Jensen, of course, in 9th with a fantastic win in Monaco. Hopefully he can continue that on today. James Braden in 10th place, followed by Chain Game, Venom in 12th, Clarky Boy in 13th, Lazard in 14th, Tabo 15th. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Centrevitz 16th, Tony in 17th, Yarim in 18th, the run-up and Cam are 19th and 20th. The Constructors' Championship, Mercedes still leads the way, and Renault in second, AlphaTauri third, Haas fourth, Williams in fifth, Red Bull in 6th, Alfa Romeo 7th, Scuderia Ferrari in 8th, McLaren in 9th, and Racing Point in 10th place. Only 11 drivers here today, and we've got our first car on track. This is the Red Bull of Tony. See what the driver, and there's the Haas car, and it's most likely to be Centrevitz. It is. So Centrevitz coming out on circuit, followed by the Renault of most likely to be Laser. It is Laser. Interesting to see how the drivers will get on today on this very technical street circuit of Azerbaijan. Let's go back to Centrevitz. Not the best start to his seasons, I must say, in the least. He has got consistency. And also, there's always those things that can happen when you're during the season. Centrevitz through the castle section. That's going to be one of the main factors actually in this Grand Prix, with Tony right behind him as well. Let's keep an eye on him. Watch out for the drivers as well. They might get the slipstream as well down the main straight. This is another Very hard section to do. Going through that left-hander because it always throws the car into the wall. It always provides action. Sanjovic starts his lap along with Tony behind him and Sanjovic behind as well. Tony into turn 2, flies down the straight. This is where the second DRS zone's going to be. 2 DRS zones around this circuit. We're going to look at Sanjovic go through that castle section. I'll try and try to speak as much as I can, but my voice will be taking a lot of punishment, so I like to keep myself cool and calm during the race. Oh, but Sanjovic hits the wall into that very tricky section. I did say before that's going to happen, and Sanjovic pays the difficult price. Tony's got an invalidated lap, so we'll have a look at Laser. Laser's in the pits, so let's go to Jensen, who's in that castle section now. Jensen, the course. Sanjovic completes the lap on a broken front wing. Fair play to him on 1:39.9. Can Jensen do anything? He can. Venom's rejoined the session, so welcome back to the Venom. Jensen coming towards the line. It's going to be faster. It is 1:35, 1:38.5, faster than Sanjovic. Tony is on his lap after invalidated. Rappi, one of the championship leader, sets the fast lap of the qualifying session at 1:38.3. So that's all good news for Rappi. Really pushing on the pressure on Chris, who's not here tonight. So Rappi can really push on for his championship chances. Big slide there from Tony, but he catches the car absolutely brilliantly, like the WRC, but in a Formula 1 car. And now he's come towards the final 2 corners, flies through them, flat out, high speed, nowhere near lifting off the throttle. And now he is just flying towards the pits. Is he going to the pits? No, he's going to complete his lap. Tony will complete the lap at a 1:39.1, and he'll go into 3rd place. Now let's go to Venom. He's already invalidated, but he's on his out lap. So Venom, big massive slide coming out of there. Only trying to think about rally cars at the moment. I try not to think of that. Well, I'll try not to think of that. Look at that, Venom so close to hitting the wall. He's got a ball with Venom. Be interested to see how Jensen does, really, because Jensen, in my mind, he can actually really, Venom's invalidated, so he can't do any more. Let's go to Lyronix, his teammate. Where's Sanjovic at? Sanjovic is just there, and Lyronix is just there. So them two are quite close to each other, so we should see how them two get on. Tony, I think he's coming in for an in-lap, so we're not going to go to him. Let's go to Sanjovic. Pretty decent for the championship for Rappy that Chris is not here, and also the third place man as well. That was interesting. He's not here today as well. So the man who's in third place is not here as well, and that is I'm trying to think now who it is. Trying to figure out who it is. Can't remember now because my memory is not that great. So, Sanjovic. Doing all he can to fly towards the line. Towards the line he goes. Is a faster lap, but how much? No, it's not a faster lap because he's starting one. So let's see if he can get a faster lap in. Yes, only 11 drivers, unfortunately, Miltos. It's not great, I know, but unfortunately, I've been a load of drivers to obstacle, got other commitments to do. We had to respect that. So yes, we only got 11 drivers, but sure, they'll provide us a great entertainment today. Sanjovic, of course, doing his part in this Grand Prix. 5 people joining now. Welcome to this 11-man Grand Prix. Big massive lock up there from Sanjovic going into turn, what looks like to be turn 4. He's faster he's course purple, so basically he's doing very well. That's a good start. Goes into the double left-hander, which turns into one course, locking up a lot, but the GP1 drivers, they do lock up a lot because that's their kind of style. Through the Takeshi's Castle section. Know that from a famous TV show sponsored by Craig Charles many years ago. If you don't watch that, then if you can't, you'd probably be old enough or young enough to remember that. Hopefully you do. Sanjovic now. Oh, big massive slide. What a catch, and goes straight to the back of Rappy's car. And of course, that means that Lyronix goes through. Let's keep an eye on him. Lyronix, the teammate of Rappy, and he's a good lap. It's his first lap in the Mercedes, and then the Mercedes driver goes to pole. A 1-2 for Mercedes, a 1:37.8. Rappy goes back into the pits. Jensen's on a lap. So obviously he's in great form going into this race, of course, after winning at Monaco. And he's backed out of his lap. Is he coming to the pits, I wonder? Let's have a look at Tony, his teammate. Look at he just started his second run. So it's a 1-2 Mercedes and 3-4 for Red Bull. It'll be very interesting to see how that will turn out. Jensen, is he in the pits, I wonder? He is. So Tony is coming through, his teammate will do all he can in the Red Bull. Can he do something about it? 4:10 slower than his previous. He might need to pick up the pace a bit. Let's go on board with him. He's invalidated. I think he's doing that on purpose, so he probably wanted to look at his Venom in the Racing Point. Pushing all he can in that car to give him the best possible, to give him the best traction as possible. Look at that. You can tell where all the black markets are, where the drivers have been locking up, because they do not care about their tyres. They want to push as hard as they can. Venom now going towards the double left. Look out. Closest to that wall to the left hand side through the castle. Look at that, 5th gear through that. Fair play to Venom for really pushing the car that much. Now out of the exit. Flies towards that left hand king. Onto the exit curve. Down another left hand king. Brakes onto a very difficult corner. Bounces the car. And that is a front wing gone. And that is lap finish for Venom. He doesn't give a damn though. He's going to keep going. The run-ups in front of him is Racing Point's going to do the old slipstream, I wonder. They are. Racing Points do the slipstream to give Venom a bit more speed. Here comes Venom. Look at that. Look at the teammate there. Venom goes into 6th. The run-up is behind him. So Venom will have to get out of the way very soon. And he does. So let's go to the run-up. Laser, Gogs and Braden haven't set a lap yet. So this is very interesting to see how those three will get on. Especially James Braden after a very good result in Monaco. Look at that, really pushing on. It's the run-up. Trying his best to really... Is he short shifting, I wonder? 65 pounds slower. Is he backed off, I wonder? I'm trying to listen to his gear shifts. Only people falling for you watching today. It's doing their part. To really, oh, and the run-up spun. The run-up spun, lucky not to hit the wall. Very good save. Rappy is on an in-lap game, boys. Looks like he's on a fast lap. Let's keep a look at game, boys. Setting a personal best. Going through towards that double left, towards the double right. Bang, it's the curb. Nicely done for Game Boys. Taking the right line through there. 3rd gear going to the castle section. 2nd gear, short shifts into 3rd through the left-hand corner. Now pushes the car to its absolute limit. Going through the final sector. Going towards the end of the 2nd sector. How's he looking? Oh, he's clipped the wall. He's not backing off. 2/10 faster. It's looking good for Game Boys. It's looking to split the Red Bulls. Jens is on an outlap. Lyrenex is on an outlap. Don't see any sign of Laser, Gogs and James Braden just yet. James Braden, if he stays there, he gets a free choice of tyre. And Game Boys does split the Red Bulls. Goes into 4th. Good work from Game Boys. Very well done from him there. Sanjevic's about to start his lap in the Haas. This is going to be his final run. Sanjevic's really pushing. Into turn 3. Left-hander, late braking. Tight to the apex. Brings the car wide. Kick of oversteer. Pushing the car now to his limit through turn 4. Now towards 5 and 6. A sweeping left. Towards another right. Look at that. Towards the right-hander. Through the castle section. Clips the curbs. Nicely done. Cuts the corner as much as he can. Towards the final part of the 2nd section, then very soon. Now clips the curb. He clips the curb again. Towards The very difficult left-hander. Oh, that's too much. That is too much for Sanchevitz. Lost of end plates. They were doing that more often, to be fair. Oh, that is definitely qualifying done for Sanchevitz. Very unlucky on his part. Let's have a look at Lyronix. Where is Rappy? Is he going to make it, I wonder? I don't think he will. Look at Rappy, he's really pushing hard on his tyres. Can Rappy make it? Sanchevitz is retired, don't blame him. Nathan's got a quality ban, so that's going to be understandable. Now, can Rappy make it? He just about will. So Rappy will do a lap. Let's go back to Lyronix. Venom's retired. He's had enough. Venom's retired in the wall actually, so that's very unlucky on his part. But here comes Lyronix. This is for pole position. Can he get that Mercedes to get a more of an advantage on his teammate? Lyronix now towards the line. Lyronix with a 1:37.850. That is qualifying done. What about Jensen? 4/10 faster. Here comes Jensen towards the line. 37.38.0, so he does go to second, splitting the Mercs. Goggs is retired from the session. Jensen. James Braden retires. It's all down to Rappy now. Can he get that final lap in? Can be a last lap miracle for the championship leader. Beautiful turn through the turn. Can he get that Merc onto the top? And they can another Mercedes 1-2. Purple through the second sector. This is looking immensely good for Rappy. Flying through. Can Rappy get that black Mercedes to pole? 37.850 to beat. This is going to be very close. Rappy going towards the final line. Here he comes, 36. 37 is just not enough. Is this enough for third? So Jensen splits the Red Bulls. But only just. Well, it says third, but Rappy gets second place. Only a 10th slower than his team. Well done to Lyronix getting first place. Rappy gets second. Jensen third. Tony fourth. So Red Bulls, Mercedes Red Bull 1, 2, 3, 4. Renault of Game Boys in fifth. Venom sixth. Renault in seventh. Sanchevitz eighth. And then there's Lazy Lord Goggs and James Braden in 9th, 10th, and 11th. To be fair, James Braden will get a free choice of tyre. Don't know if Blazer gets a free choice of tyre, to be fair. But so do Goggs as well, because they haven't even ran. So I think they'll get a free choice of tyre. Looking very nice and sunny in Azerbaijan. So this is where it all comes down to. Let's see how these drivers will plan out their races. 30 seconds before the start of the formation lap. 20 seconds to go. Let's see what the driver's mindset's going to be. What their strategy's going to be. Maybe softer hards. Or we're going to see some rain in the mix, I wonder. Imagine getting that. That'd be mad. Some rain would be lovely. Now we get underway. Let's have a look at the tyres these drivers are on. And they do. There you go. There's my answer there. So the bottom three will definitely get the free choice of tyres. Mesa is the only driver of the medians, and Goggs and James Braden onto the hards. So that is very interesting to see. Can Red Bull overhaul Mercedes to get a Red Bull 1-2? Can Mercedes make him a Merc 1-2 like we do mostly in the part of the season in the real F1? Or could we see a very big spanner in the works and get a first time winner this season? Wouldn't that be something? Lyronix. Good lad to get pole position. Rappy behind him. What are Merc going to plan out? What Red Bull going to plan out? Or do you think the hard tyre runners will be the one to watch? This is going to be very, very interesting over the next 26 laps of this race. How many finishes we're going to have? How many people are going to finish? Rappy will extend his lead in the championship over Chris. But by how much? How much, I wonder? Now the Rappy slowing down as the drivers are doing their warm-up. Lyronix first, Rappy second, Jensen in third, Tony fourth, Game Boys in fifth. The racing points of Venom in the run-up are 6th and 7th. Centrifits in 8th, Laser in 9th, Gogs 10th, and James Braden in 11th. This is it. 26 laps of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix is about to get underway. Take your bets, anyone, because this is going to be an exciting race. Rappy lines his Mercedes onto that starting grid on pole position. The final cars are coming onto the start line now. This is it. The Grand Prix of Azerbaijan is about to get underway. So 5 red lights to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and it's lights out and off we go. It's a good start by James Brennan in the back, and Nuckadas the Red Bulls are coming towards contact, and that is Tony spinning around and into last place. That is Tony spinning around. Dreadful start in, and there's a racing point of Venom in the background as well, and James Brennan side by side with Sanchez, with looks like to be with the run-up, so the run-up, and look at Laser behind him as well. So this is all looking good for Mercedes. They're 1 and 2, got off the start, then Jensen in third. Red Mercedes are 1-2, followed by Red Bull. That's usually a thing. Game Boys is on the back of Jensen already. Already a great start for Mercedes, a dreadful start for the other Red Bull of Tony of that small spin, but he has caught up very quickly. Fair play to him. Oh, excuse me. And Tony has made his place past Gogs because Gogs is on the hard tyres. So Tony will have the tyre advantage. Venom has rejoined, which is good news to see. The Mercedes are 1 and 2 of Lyronix and Rappy, but they are 5/10 of the second between the two. Tony is 5/10 behind Laser, but we're looking at the Mercs. So the Merc cars are going to looking at each other, and they're going to try and pull away from Jensen. They're going to teamwork against Jensen. There's a yellow flag in the second that section of the track. Is that not Tony? There's been a kerfuffle in the back, and it looks like Tony and also Laser as well, because Gogs has been promoted to 8th, and we've got James Braden on the back of the run-up. There's another, these two are going to find them scrapping all the time. The run-up goes into the pits, so James Braden will go into 5th place, and Jensen is coming to the pits. And did he have wing damage, I wonder? He has, so he's got some good change tyres and a new front wing. So the Mercedes are now going to storm away from this group of cars, and so now they'll try and pull out a gap. Gogs is going to try and catch down the Mercs, because this is a good thing for the people that started on the hard tyres like Gogs, because he's got the prime tyre advantage going into this part of the race, but don't count out anyone out just yet. The game is now sorting itself out, so we'll look here on the leaders. The game now sorting itself out. Almost there. And I believe will be fixed any moment. Any moment now. To get the leaders. 1 and 2. There we go. Almost there. Because I think Game Boys is in third. Yes, he is. Fair play to quick Game Boys there. I thought Gogs was actually in that position, but no, he's not. The Mercedes 1 and 2. Of Lyrex and Rappy. Going down towards the very fast King chicane. Left and right. Is the Mercedes got a line astern? Yes, they are. So very good to see the drivers while the Mercedes team working. These two are not. And that is Tony and Laser. And Tony has got the position side by side with Laser, and Laser will try and dive down the inside, and no, he's not, because Tony has got the place, so that means he goes through. Gogs is just look on behind, but Laser go down the inside again of Tony, and he gets the move done. Good move from him, but now Tony's gonna get trying to get the traction he wants, but no, Laser stays ahead. Good move from Laser to get the place back from Tony, and well done from his part. I almost smack at the back of Laser, but no, Laser stays ahead, and now it is move done and dusted. Well defended. Look at the Mercedes cars of Rappy and Lyrenix. They're still line astern. But Game Boys is closing in on the Mercs. Can he bother their day? James Brader running 4th. He started on the hards, remember? So he's looking very good in his position to try and make it to ground, because when the Mercs and Game Boy stops, he'll be the lead car. So he's advising them not to make a mistake. Tony right now is still battling away with Laser, locking up, going into that left-hander, but now he's going to try and get a good traction on Laser's car. That's not getting good traction by spinning your wheels, by the way, Tony. So now Tony's got to try and all he can in the Red Bull to make some ground. Overtake mode will be on. And DRS is going to be available as well. Let's go off board and let's see if Tony can pass Laser. DRS is open. Overtake button is on. So now he's going to try and look down the inside of Laser, and he does so cleanly. But Laser goes down the inside with the switchback move and goes back into 5th place. This is a great fight. Now they're going to the second DRS zone. Laser still sticks ahead, and he's got the DRS as well, because he went through the DRS detection point first after Tony. So that's the position sealed and done for another lap, and Tony has to stick behind Laser for another lap. Great racing between the two drivers. So now this will be very interesting to see if Tony can actually get his own back when he gets past Laser. It's actually a quick fighter for him to get past Laser and make a gap over him to get some a bit more of advantage going into the stops, because he's on the soft tyres and he'll have to pit first, just like the Mercedes and the Renault of Lyrex, Rappy and Game Boys. So it's very interesting to see how these lot will plan out their races. If you enjoy the racing so far between these two, please say, because this is very good racing between the two drivers. The Mercedes cars, they're just doing their own business. So now it's interesting to see how Tony would do against Laser, going into the left-hander once again. Let's go on board back with Tony. Can he get a better exit this time? He does. Laser, look at the traction Laser has over Tony. To be fair, he's just been pulling away, and now he's going to give it a bit of a spot bother, because now Tony's going to get the slipstream, DRS and overtake mode, which is on now. Here comes DRS. So now he's going to push towards Laser's Renault. Can he get past him? Look at the speed of the two drivers. Laser just sticks ahead, almost coming to the back of his car. but he still sticks there. Good braking for Tony. A little bit more than that, he will hit the back of Laser's car. And now he's got a little bit more closer. He's got yellow back in center too. That is the run-up. I mean, it's not the run-up, it's Venom. And a little spot of bother. But we'll go back to Tony and Laser, who they still stick out of each other. This is our closest fight, and it's a very good fight, to be fair. Nicely worked from the drivers. And now, can Tony actually do something with Laser's car? And Venom is out, and that is him done for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So we're now down to 10. 1.2 seconds leads the Merc cars as they go into the accident scene. Look at that, and Game Boy still sticking with them, giving the Mercedes all spots of bother. And there's James Braden just gone past the screen. There's Tony. And there's Laser. Where is Laser? Oh, there he is. He's actually put a bit of a gap, actually, to be fair. Fair play to Laser there, cutting out the DRS zone, so now the gaps are evenly spread out. Is it the tyres? The soft tyres starting to wear down a bit. So let's give a look at let's give a try some TV time. Let's give a look at Gogs. Gogs is running in 7th, 4 laps on the hards, looking very pretty for himself. As the Mercedes cars and Mercedes Renaults and Red Bull on the soft tyres will start their 5th lap. James Braden is going for a very long stint, probably mostly going hard to softs. And probably leaders will do soft to hards, possibly soft medium. Let's go to the Mercedes, let's go to the front 3. Looking very good for themselves, staying out of trouble. Very important to keep your rhythm here in Azerbaijan. It's a bit like Monaco in some ways. We've got a virtual safety car. What's that for? We've got a virtual safety car. What's that for, I wonder? Is it for James Braden? No, was that Tony, I wonder? It is. What happened to Tony? He's obviously spun into the wall. That is disappointing for Tony. And he's really spinning the wheels of that Red Bull. And he'll have to come into the pit and change his front wing. He has cut the tyres. Oh, Tony, man, not what he wanted. And that will be him having a torrid time. And look at him, he's spinning the wheels of that Red Bull. He is not going to do his tyres any favours. And, oh, it's all gone wrong really for Tony, isn't it? Not doing himself any favours. I don't know why he keeps spinning the wheels, mate. It's not going to do anything. He's got a puncher as well. He's got a puncher on the right rear. It's all gone wrong for James Brennan gets a drive-through penalty for spinning under the safety car, and Lyrenex is into the pits. Rappi is gone into first, so Lyrenex goes onto the hard tyres. The Game Boys will switch to the hards. Good move there from Lyrenex to stop when he needed to. Well, Tony's now finally retired. So Laser goes into second. James Braden is now coming through the pits. He fits to another set of hards. It can't be hards, can it? He's already changed his tyres to hards. So Laser and Lyrenex have stopped, and so has Game Boy. So Rappi now has got a 13-second lead. Jensen has overtaken Gogs to go into 5th place. So now we're going to look, see how the lead car of Rappi, the championship leader, we'll see how he gets on. Can he make he'll make his stop, but where will he come out? He's on 6 laps on those soft tyres. Laser has a stop jet as well. So as a Gogs and James Braden. That virtual safety car really helped out Lyrenex there. So now Rappi comes across towards the line. Rappi will be coming, not coming, yeah, he's coming in. So now Rappy will come in for his stop. 12.4 is the gap. So Laser will take the lead of this race. Hard ties for the championship leader. Laser will come through to take the lead. Lyronix will take second. Where is Game Boys? There he is. Can he get ahead of Rappy, I wonder? It's going to be very, very close between the two cars, but I think Rappy's got him. He's just about got him, and Rappy goes down into fourth. Oh, it's a big slide from the championship leader, but good save. And Game Boys are going to third. Very close exit, but Rappy will now that's lost 4 places after the stops. So now he will have to play catch up because Jensen is now hot on his heels. Gonks and Sanjovic are very close to each other, and Sanjovic on the back of James Braden. It'll be very interesting to see how that sort of plays out. Looks like them two are really pulling away from Gonks, who looks like he's struggling on this track here, I wonder. 2.8 is the gap between Laser and Lyronix, and another 2.5 seconds ahead of Game Boys, who leads Rappy by 1.1. It's about nearly under a second, but just not enough for the DRS. This is a very fascinating race to see how this all plays out. Sanjovic taking a tighter line than James Braden does. So be interesting to see how this. Be interesting to see how Sanjovic will plan out to get James Braden. Of course, he's the reigning GP2 champion. Made this promotion to GP1 this season. After a and James, I see about that, and James Braden has spun it into the wall, and that is a tarnished race for James Braden, and he'll go down places, and the run-up will overtake him. James Braden will have to come in. Rappy comes in. Now Rappy is rapidly towards Game Boys. There's Linus just going past his screen. He's got the DRS on Game Boys, but not enough to catch down the Renault driver just yet. James Braden is in the pits for a front wing change. And to a set of soft tyres, so that's a very drastic move for James. But this is the fight we're closely keeping our eye on. It's Rappy and Game Boys. The two cars into the double right-hander towards the castle. Rappy will have to follow him. Stick on his tail. Look at how tight Rappy was in the turn compared to Game Boys. On board with Rappy. See how they tightly is into the turn, much more tighter than Game Boys again. Looks like he's more confident with the car than Game Boys has going into the turns. Now it's all down to Fry down that main straight. Nicely worked there, Game Boys. It's now been closed in by Rappy. Look at the gap coming down. It's closing. It's closing. 2/10 and a 10th. Goes and pulls down to the outside of the track. And look at Game Boys defending hard. Side by side between the two cars. This is very fascinating to see. Side by side still between the two. They're going side by side down the back straight. And Rappy still sticks his Mercedes into third place. And now he will come after for his teammates. Great driving between the two cars, and not a hint of bodywork damage. Great driving from the two. Fantastic driving. Now Rappy will now come and after to get his teammates. Which in fact he's closing actually on Laser. So this will be very intriguing to how Laser will respond to Lyoness, because Lyoness is absolutely flying at the moment. Because if you think about Laser, it's on the same tyres he's been on since lap number 1. The same tyres he started out. So Lyronix will try and close down that gap. 1.8 seconds. There is Laser up ahead. As bad, he always had a hint of bad luck, and look at Game Boy's actually still sticking with Rappy. But he's just not enough to get the DRS detection zone, or is he? So look at Game Boys. We got another message coming in. So Game Boys will have to see how he does. No, he hasn't got the DRS, so he'll have to stay behind Rappy's car for a lot more longer. 1.7 the gap. Lyronix 1.6, nearly 1.5 seconds to catch. Can't wait to see how this all plans out. Lyronix doing all he can to close down Laser. To 1.2 seconds is the gap. Hello, Pro Oliver, welcome to the chat. It's running along and yo. Look at this, look, 0.9 seconds. It's closed down a lot. Lyronix has got super good pace in the Mercedes. As I knocked my controller to change cameras, which is annoying. Look at the confidence that Lyronix has over Laser. Look at that for a camera shot. Going through the buildings of Azerbaijan. Now Lyronix looks like he's building up a glide better speed. Look at the confidence he's had in those tyres. I think the tyres that Laser has is starting to fall away a bit, because here comes Lyronix. Look at that 2/10 of a second. Look at this. He's absolutely very close towards Laser's car. Look at the speed of the Mercedes has compared to the Renault. That car is going nowhere. That car is going into the pit, and the car of Lyronix goes into P1, and Mercedes will get their 1-2 back, and Jensen will get his P4 and try and catch down Game Boys. Great driving from Lyronix, planning out his stops well. But Rappy has got a fresher set of tyres. So back to the original 1, 2, 3 of Lyronix, Rappy and Game Boys. Jensen is closed back up again. I like that from Pro Oliver. He goes, even ending. I could see that. So, look at that, 2 seconds the gap between the two Mercedes cars. Lyronix absolutely flying. No wonder Mercedes are leading the championship, because they got 2 quality drivers in their ranks, and Game Boy's doing a very, very good job in P3, and Jensen in P4 as well. Sanjevitz in 5, Laser, who made his stop, who's dropped down to 6th, and Gogs in 7th in the run-up in 8th, and James Braden, after his unlucky accident, is in P9. But fair to play to James Braden. He's still going along very strong in the Ferrari. But this is the gap we're keeping an eye on, is Game Boys and Rappy. What's Game Boys got planned out here? Because Game Boys is running strong, got good pace over Rappy. The gap is pretty even at the moment. But while running on board with him right now, 1.6 is the gap. Just hovering that, well, just hovering at 1.6. Game Boys has got much more better pace. Excuse me. All day. So, Game Boys has got a 1.7 gap. Driver of the day myself. I don't think so. Well, I got driver of the day on GP3 in the game wise. The Cobalt gets my driver. I got the superb driver of the day in my eyes, or whoever won it. Whoever won driver of the day in Speed Force Racing. Cheeky fella. Now, Game Boys 1.5 seconds. 13 laps gone. Still a long way to go in this race. Game Boys 1.7 behind. Very interested to see how this all plans out. 1.6. Is the gap. 1.5. It is closing. Because those medium tires are working for Game Boys. But is he burning them out too quickly? Or is he just pacing himself out? 2.4 the gap is between Rappy and Lyonix. To be fair, it's Game Boy's doing the catching, but Rappy is just still holding on still. It's very interesting to see how Game Boys will plan this out, because Rappy's a sensational driver, no doubt about that. But it's interesting to see how Game Boys is going to pressure him. Is he okay being cool under pressure? Jensen is another 3.1 behind this battle. So if they two battle a bit more longer, Jensen will be a bit of a factor. Well, mind you, he's on 11 lap old mediums, so he is stretching those tyres. Well, mind you, what Jensen did in Monaco was absolute brilliance. And how he planned those tyres out to the end of that race, which is an absolute miracle. We've got a yellow flag is set to 1. That is James Braden running too deep into turn 1. And he's lost a bit of his front wing as well. Not been a great day for James Braden compared to Monaco. Lyonix, look at him, 2.4. But look at the gap between these two though. .4 the gap between the Mercedes cars. Another 1.4 between the Mercedes and Renault. Jensen into the pits. Pullover taking the quote from Tim, who does commentary on Mondays, who I'm his co-commentator on Mondays actually, so tune in every Monday to watch our lovely commentary. We'll be doing it again for Canada, which is next week of course, starting on Monday. So be sure to check that one out. 7:30 for races, of course. 1.2 is the gap. 1.1 now. So Game Boys is starting to close in. But the Mercedes cars are going to the end on these hard tyres. So Game Boys will have to think on his feet. It's now under a second. He can see the Mercedes car more ahead now. What's Rampy thinking to himself? We got on board with Rappy's car. Look at the gap. There's the gap. There you can see the Renault behind him. How's Rappy going to plan this out, I wonder? James Braden retires into the pits. He'll get 2 points out of this race. Tony will get 1. Good effort from them too. Also Venom as well. Rappy put up a very good gap over Game Boys to make it a 1.4 second gap. So very good driving from Game Boys. Jensen came in for his stops and gone on to another set of medium tyres. So he will go to the end of this race. Sanjevitz is running in that 4th place position. Lazy, you can just see, you just seen in the background, is running in P5. Gogs has run a quiet race. But this is our closest fight. Game Boys and Rappy. We are monitoring the gaps all over the track. You can just see on the mini-map that Jensen is closing in on Laser. Yellow flag set to 1, and that might be Jensen. It is. He's overshot it. Has he got damage to the car? No. Jensen overshot it. Oh dear. His Monaco victory seems a bit too far away. Was too far back in the distance. And Baku, just to be one of those days in my opinion. Back to this little squabble. Linux is just controlling this race. Speaking of which, speaking of control, let's have a look at the fastest lap. So you can see Santovic and Laser made 4 position leads, so they've got the most positions gained. And the fastest lap of the race, 42.9, 42.8, 8.04. So yeah, the fastest lap of the race will go to Rappi. There's the gap from the leader. He's 3.1 ahead of Rappi. Another 4.7 ahead of Game Boys. And there you go, here's back to the original interval. And as you can see, it's still 1.5 seconds. I think Rappi's tyres are starting to bite now, because the gap is extending between the two. And look at the gap, nearly 3 seconds between this man, the leader of Lyronix, and the second place man, the championship leader as Rappi. He'll get 19 points due to the fastest lap and second place. But is that under Fred? I wonder from Game Boys. But Game Boys' tyres is 9 laps old, and Rappi's tyres are only a fresh 8 laps old on his hard tyres. 1.1 is the gap, 1.2 seconds. Is Game Boy saving the tyres, or was he saving the car? We don't know. Look at the gap between the two. Game Boys is trying, but looks like Rappi is just managing him very well, or just teasing him. Very, very good stuff from the Mercedes driver, the championship leader. You just see Lauren's car just going through the first corner. There he is, just going into turn 2. He's been controlling this race absolutely beautifully. Nearly pretty much 3 seconds between the two cars. Rappi just seemed to not close in on Game. Just can't seem to get any pace towards his teammate. It's just so not there. Game Boy's still trying, but there's Rappi's car just there. He's trying to close in, but he's just so can't just get close to him. He's trying, but it's just not seemed to work out for him at the moment. I think the tyres on Game Boys is starting to degrade now, and I think the Mercedes cars on those hard tyres is now starting to really work. Game Boy's interesting. Looks stronger coming out the end of the second sector, but then Rappi's Mercedes is a lot more stronger than in the third sector. So is that an interesting factor, I wonder? 3 seconds. 1.1. 1.1 is the two cars. Very, very interesting. Still 1.4 the gap. We're just trying to be silent for now because this is just so interesting of a race. It's almost fascinating. See how these two still drive, and the gap is being it's just fascinating. That's all it is. Fascinating to see how it all plans out. Look at Game Boys now. He's just hovering. Is he in the DRS detection zone, I wonder? This is going to be interesting to see. Is the DRS open? Let's have a look. It is. The DRS is open for Game Boys. But Rapid just still sticks his car ahead. 6 laps to go. These two have been driving sensational, but the main man at the moment is Rappy. Well, no, Lyronix just controlling his car in the right places at the right time. And you can see Game Boy still closing in on Rappy's Mercedes, but the Mercedes of Rappy still sticks his car and gets the right purchase every time. But now, Game Boys is now starting to gain. Look at this. This is what we've been waiting for. Game Boys pressuring Rappy. 1.1 is the gap. It's going to come down more. There. .1 still. 1.2 now. It's so close between the top, between 2 and 3. Rappy and Game Boys. Can Game Boys get second place? Can he now? Can he? 1.1 still. Rappy just still has the drive to get out of the last, pretty much the last, well, the third to the last corners, and still get his car in the right places. Let's go to Laser and Sanchevit. Laser looking for 4th. So it could be a Renault 3 and 4. Maybe, if Game Boys can catch down Rappy. But let's have a look at Laser. DRS open on Sanchevit. Sanchevit goes into the pits. So Laser will go into 4th. Where is Jensen? He'll take 5th. Laser, very good drive from his quali ban. He'll take 4th place. Let's go back to these two. We've been watching for pretty much half of this race. 9/10 of a second. Can Game Boys really pressure him down now? It's all looking so real now for Game Boys. Can he get that one spot he needed? He's already on the podium. He will solidify that. He can't make a mistake. Don't put your car in the wall or anything like that. Rappy is still going ahead. Lyronix is just holding that lead ever so beautifully, and Game Boys is really pressuring Rappy throughout the entire time, and Rappy is soaking up the pressure. Can Game Boys really do the damage? What's Rappy's grip going to be out of that corner? It's looking good. He's got a good drive out of that corner, but Game Boys is still there. 9/10 of a second, he'll get the DRS and the overtake mode on. Roundabout now. Can Game Boys really push that Renault to its limit? Look at Rappy. He must have got out of that DRS zone at the right moment because Game Boys could not still get the DRS on him. This has been a great drive from Rappy. 4 laps to go in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Can Game Boys can close in on Rappy's car? It doesn't look like he gets. Rappy is just driving his car absolutely sensationally, and Game Boys can't get an answer. He's still pushing for it, but he just can't get close enough to him. Sanjovic gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. To be fair, that's the only multiple warnings we've really got in this race. So fair play to the drivers are not getting that much penalties. Well, mind you can't really get that much on this race circuit. If you can find the spots to get a time penalty. 1.2 is the gap now. It's still hovering over the DRS danger zone. 1.0. It's now coming down again. Game Boys is still pressuring Rappy's Mercedes at the end of the final at the end of the second sector. What is going to happen when Game Boys really puts it on Rappy's car? Overtake mode on again. Can he really close in on that Merc? It's still 1.1 and Rappy is still holding on again. There's the view from his car. It's still not enough for Game Boys to get DRS. Great driving from Rappy for Soka from all this pressure, because Game Boys cannot have an answer. It's just so real. It's just beautiful, poetic driving. Rappy is controlling the throttle absolutely brilliantly, and it just doesn't seem to work out for Game Boys. Nearly 1.5 seconds, I think. I think that Game Boys is starting to give up. Look at the tyres. They're 15 laps old now. Rappy tyres are still 14 laps younger. And I say that due to the difference of the make of the tyre. Rappy has been absolutely sensational controlling that second place. It will be a 1-2 for Mercedes if, and only if, Rappy doesn't make a mistake. 1.2. It's still low 1 second, but it's just not enough for Game Boys to close in on him. Look at Rappy, he's just poetic in his driving. He just wants to go on and on and on. And he just wants to keep that car in the right place at the right time. Lyrex is nearly 4 seconds ahead of these two. It's been brilliant. 1.4. Game Boys is still trying. Look, you can clearly see Rappy's car there. As you go on board with Game Boys. 1.2 is the gap. He's closing in once again at the end of the second sector, but when it comes to the third sector, he loses it again. He's just trying to find something that he can't. Yellow flag in the second sector. That is Jensen. Jensen's into the wall on the castle section. He finally found a cropper. Is Sanjovic someone going to close in on him? He is. Look at Sanjovic. He's looking to get Jensen for 5th. 1.7 to go between the top 2 and 3. But Rappy is stalling on. And now Sanjovic, look at Jensen being the wise head. And just let Rappy go past. Well, Sanjovic to go past. It's now nearly 2 seconds between the two. I think that is it for the top 3. So we can just look at Lyrex and just say, fair play. This driver has been nothing but brilliant. The fastest lap of this race will go to Sanchevitz. No, actually, to Jensen. He's done a 41.2. So he'll get another point at the end of this race. I need to switch to the soft tyres. Gogs, meanwhile, on the back of the run-up. This is for the battle for 6th. So Gogs will try his best for closing on the run-up. Look at the tyre life of the run-up on those hard tyres. 22 laps old. Ain't that a sign? 8 tenths between the two. This is the battle for 6th. Jensen is closing in. Lyranek starts the final lap of this race. This driver has controlled the race absolutely brilliantly. Never put a foot wrong. Qualifying, he just dominated. Obviously, he loves this circuit. Oh, I can't say I can't blame him. Let's go back to Jensen and Gogs. Look at this. Can Jensen get past Gogs in a very difficult section? No. Jensen is going to look trying to get past Gogs. Gogs still holds on. Jensen holds on. The run-up still holds on. Jensen looking down the inside. No, Gogs still stays ahead. We'll go to Lyranek very soon. Look at it. Look, we'll have a 3-car motorway. A 3-car drag race. Here we go. Jensen down the inside. Oh, God. Now we're going to slipstream from the run-up. We can't make a gap for him. He does. And that Jensen goes in. Goes into 6th place. And Gogs gets into 7th. Fair play to the drivers there, keeping them all clean. And now Lyranek is in towards the final part of the, just going to the 3rd sector now. This driver has been nothing but superb. He's been nothing but clean. He's been nothing but dominant, and he's played the race absolutely brilliantly. Lyranek comes through the final few corners onto the motorway straight, and Lyranek is gonna win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lyranek wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Fair play to him, and it's a 1-2 Mercedes. Rappi and Lyranek, brilliant job. Gabe Boyce gets 3rd. Laysen will get 4th. Good result for Renault. They'll get lots of points for that. Sanchevitz will get P5. In a dominant race for the Mercs. After a scare by Gabe Boyce pressuring Rappi, but Rappi just soaked it all up like a sponge. Also that soaks up pressure. Sanchevitz gets 5th. Jensen, tough race for him. He'll be back for the next race in Canada for sure, to fight with the Mercs again. Jensen will get 6th. Gogs will get 7th. Good race from him. And the run-up will get 8th. Well done to Lyranek. Great race for him. Well done to the drivers as well. I'll tell you now, there was not the most many drivers in that race, but they surely did bring us an entertainment. 1-2 for Merck, so they'll be very, very happy about that. They'll celebrate tonight for sure. Look at Lyranek so happy. Mercedes 1-2. How often we see that in normal Formula 1 terms? And there goes your result. Lionix P1, Rappy second, Game Boys third. That's the top three. Laser fourth, Sanchevitz 5, Jensen 6, Gog 7th, Lorana 8th. And your retired drivers are Braden, Tony, and Venom. We're going to try and invite the drivers in as soon as we can. Rappy's left the session, so he's not going to be doing. He's not up for an interview. Let's see if we can speak to the Lion X and Game Boys. Let's see if we can speak to those two drivers, first and third. If not, we can speak to some of the other drivers if I can't make it. Lasers left. If not, if we can't get the interview from the drivers, and obviously we can just sign off for GP1. This, and of course the week ending here in Azerbaijan. I'll put my camera view on the Merc. Load of Finnish drivers are joining, so I'll keep my focus on this black Mercedes that won and 2 of this race. Well done to the drivers. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for the 4 days. Thank you for joining us over the 4 days of Azerbaijan. And the racing doesn't stop there. Us here at SFR will be moving to Canada for round 9 of the championship. Can all the drivers make progress to catch down the rivals ahead? Join us for divisions 4, 3, 2 and 1 on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 7:30 each time to join those races. Join on Mondays where myself and Tim will be commenting on probably on a very thrilling GP4 race. Guys, thank you for watching GP1. We'll see you in Canada. And from Speed Force Racing, we'll see you next week.